when you block like shin to shin, that's all right. But he's saying that it's better because it takes the power out of their future kicks as well to hit on the inside of the leg because it's fleshy, like you're doing damage.
If you knee it as it's coming up, you truncate the power.
So when you make the contact on the upper leg as someone's kicking, you take power out of the kick.
Said in the old days there were lots of options.
อยู่ด้วยคุณชอบแบบไหนถือว่าตัวผมเนี่ยถนัดหมายถึงว่าทำได้เร็วถนัดดึงดูเขาก็จะดึงดูอย่างนี้ผมถนัดเข้าไปคิดเลยก็แก้ได้รู้คุณเตะขวามาผมเข้าไปคิด
He's saying that he likes to come forward in his counters. He said before there were lots of options, but his favorite thing to do was to stay really close and come in to take power out.
ใครจะไวกว่ากันถ้าไวกว่าเขาแล้วเข้าเลย
He said it depends on who's faster.
ถ้ามองคู่ต่อสู้
มองเนี่ยมวยไทยเนี่ยนะเข้าใจไหม
I asked him, where do you look? And he's like, in Muay Thai, you look at the face.
มองหน้ามองตาแล้วมันจะเห็น
He says, look at the face, look in the eyes.
อัตโนมัติก็ผมมองว่าคุณจะทำอะไรผมอ่ะ
So he's making a point here. He's like, throw whatever you want to throw. He says that you can see the entire sight picture when you're looking at someone's face, and you know what their intentions are when you're looking at their face. He's so sweet the way he laughs.
ถ้ามองนี่รู้the day.
คนมองเห็นทั้งตัวเลยทั้งตัว
He's like, you can see the whole body.
Even though he's looking at the face.
มองนี่เห็นทั้งตัว
แต่ถ้าคู่ต่อสู้เตะขวา
เขาก็แก้เขาเตะมาแล้ว
ต้องเข้าออก
เข้าไม่ก้าวก็ได้
So I'm asking him if he has to step over to the side for that kick when the opponent is kicking right. He's saying you don't have to step super hard to the side, but you have to take a step closer.
ถ้าผมทีลูกคุณที
So I'm asking him about teeps, and he's like, me teeping or you teeping? And General Panwakon was like, take your shoes off. Siri Mankon's like, I forgot. He's wearing his fancy shoes to do my job.
ผมมือซ้ายนะ
So this is cool because as a Southpaw fighter, you actually teep to the closed side of the opponent because you're front side, like you're see how my front side and his front side are on the same side? So he's teeping to the closed side with his front leg, but it's setting up for the open side in a nice way. He's saying if you teep with the left side, it's stronger, but it's a greater distance as well. So he likes to teep from the front to set up for his power side. I'm asking where he makes contact with his teep, and he points to the ball of his foot, but then he makes a point in showing me where it is, and it feels lower to me. It's like under the ball of the foot. He's like, you can teep for real, go ahead and teep me. And he just steps in on me, and I do not want to teep anymore. So this is how he deals with teeps. And he just uses his front side. He doesn't use both arms so much. He just sweeps left and right with his front arm. But he's like, keep looking at the face as you do this. Tiger uppercut. It's like a piston, how it just comes straight back and boop. I think of it as being kind of like a, when you're playing, oh god, what is it called? I can't remember the game it's called. It's on a table. And you like pull the ball, pinball. It's like a pinball thing. How it like comes back and launches it forward. You pull the pin back and then it goes. That's what that body punch is like. My head was coming too far over, so I'm kind of asking him about it. His head actually comes forward and kind of tucks into a blind spot. My head's not coming forward. My head is like staying where it is, and so I kind of have to like reach. He just leans his head into a blind spot of the opponent, and so he has a really good distance for that body dig. Bongkandua means to protect your body. So see how he's protecting all the time. He's doing that bat thing that he was talking about, where you don't like push out, but you kind of just resist a little bit. He's saying if your elbows come up, it's dangerous because you've opened your body for a body punch, which in boxing is a good way to knock someone out. So you want to keep everything kind of close and just resist a little bit. Bop, bop. He keeps pointing to his feet, so even though you're defending with your arms and you're doing this slight pop out, the actual rhythm of it is coming from your legs. So he wants that little slip out to be just a little bit, which I did, and then I came back with the cross and he's like, oh, yeah, that's the power I want. If you turn too much, then your power takes longer to make its way to its target, so just slipping just out of the way, you're not over-rotating for the power of that cross to come back. It's one of those less is more situations. That was nice, Chong, as he's coming forward for his attack. Oh, his hook is so pretty. You can see it in his leg. Like, the position of his arm is beautiful on his hook because it's just that all one piece thing. But the beauty of it is really in his front leg. You can really see it in his front leg on that hook.
When you feel like, if you get hit and tagged, the worst thing you can do is try and stay upright.
Totally.
Just drop your body weight down a little bit,
Yeah.
and things will give your body a little bit of time. So if you ever get tagged, what you do is drop the body weight down, flat feet.
From the knee.
Yeah, because it sort of sends a signal to your brain you're stable. Instead of trying to get you to find your... The worst thing you can do is you see them try and get back up, you know?
So I'm bending my knees a little bit more here, which helps. Learning to find your balance in your feet instead of waving your arms around is part of this lesson.
Load it up, more power.
I'm not twisting enough on the punch, like that's not a true punch that you would throw, so he's making me be more realistic in how I would throw the punch so that I'm forced to find the balance the way I'd actually throw it.
And that just to show how much this builds muscle memory, because I've not done that in a long time.
Yeah. So now what's happening is if you're going to throw a punch now, say you're standing in your stance, and you're going to pop forward and throw a left hook. So a little bit of a bounce, pop. That's it. Don't think about the feet. Just pop the shoulder. The feet will come. That's it. See. Okay. Your back foot's drifting because you're thinking about your feet.
Yeah.
So
My front leg
what
is
it's
too
saying
straight.
It's telling you,
I'm like
because you move
peg
that way,
legging.
you have to turn your body like that. It's automatic.
Okay.
When you pop it, sink the front knee a little bit.
Do I bring my weight forward, or it stays in the center?
Yeah, bring it forward, but sink it down a little bit. Yeah, as you show the hook. You see, double power. See, there's double power.
Yeah.
And yes. That's it. That up there. When you throw these hooks, always keep that hand up, because when you're moving forward, I automatically going to throw a big hook.
Yep.
So keep that up. No, you forgot to sink that time. Sink, bend the knee in. That's it. Faster. That's it.
So now my front leg is bending more.
Now I'm going to be further away. My hands, you've got to float. So you've got to float in. That's it. See, that's hard. If you hit them with that, then you're going to drop it.
Done.
No, that's good. So now he does a little bit different because he's taller. He sort of floats across, and that's because he fights with no gloves. So when he impacts, he needs to be square. After you have a look at his knuckles there, he has to float around. So when he, you see what he does?
The lift.
See the bounce?
Yeah.
He's in the air normally.
Is it in the air more?
Yeah, when the back one comes, he's in the air. There's no weight on his legs. It's sort of just on the ground. So it's like,
And why is that impacted by no gloves? Because you have to be more accurate.
He has to hit square on and break your hands.
Impact. Boy. Oh, and again, here's the off-balancing, turning. This is so that my weapons can't come out because I'm trying to balance myself, and if they do come out, there's no power. But he's also off-balancing me so that if I try to block when he's throwing his strike, it's not happening. So you can turn in both directions. But he's showing how that direction to him feels too far. Even though my leg is up, turning towards the standing leg makes sense if you stay really close. But he's basically saying you make the decision on which way to pull by how far the distance is that you're going to be pulling. You want to pull really short, but he's kind of waltzing. So you have to step outside of someone. You can't step inside their frame because then you can't twist. You have to go outside their foot. See what he's doing outside my foot? Not too far because then you're yanking and they're barely going anywhere. You want to step like right next to their foot and twist. It takes a lot of the effort and power out, like using power. So I have inside position. I'm framed on the insides of his elbows, and I can pull him, I can jerk him, I can kind of off-balance him or push him. You really want to have this double inside position if you can, but as someone is trying to take that position, you have opportunities to throw elbows or turn them. He's saying use your legs. Like all of this is using your legs for power, not your arms. See how he's making me track his steps? And so my foot goes, his foot goes, and I basically trick him into getting into a position where he's not going to anticipate my knee coming up. Step. Oi. I'm not upright. See how I'm like booming? It's like stay really upright. He's laughing at me. Oi. So he's like, if I get up on my toes, like he's making himself really tall, I yank him down to like pull his head down and then I throw my knee straight up.
Yes. Oh, that's very beautiful.
There we go. There's that throw that he showed me before. Timing. It's about stepping past and yanking. He's saying like change up, like do different things so that they don't really know how to anticipate. Look at him try to like find positions. He's forcing me to feel the rhythm of changing arm positions instead of staying really stagnant. He's like gotta like limber up a little bit. Oh. So look at his feet. He twists on his standing foot quite a bit on his right knee. On his left knee, his right foot is already positioned to the side when he steps. But look at how he like freezes at the end of it to basically like stop any kind of counter. He doesn't lean back a lot. He's not a like straight up and down. He leans back a little bit, but he's not doing like a long rocking chair lean back on that knee.
ไม่เคยเจอ
แต่ถ้าสูง
สุดมากเลย
สูงปั๊บ
ปัง
มันต้องให้พ้นเข่า
ไปเรื่องนี้สิหน้าเลยตรงนี้
แล้วพับใช่
Look at how he pulls his calf up to his hamstring. He like collapses his leg really nice.
ค่ะครูตู้
And he's coming wide, but it angles inside.
It's not the same though.
Well, I'm doing not the same.
Almost, but not the same.
ว่าจะมีไม่เหมือนกันจะมีคำไม่เหมือนกัน
Oh, it goes.
Look at how it's one piece. He does not like come up and then
Look at
in.
car high, baby.
It's like a pendulum.
Oh, ui.
Boy.
Uh,
Boy.
Silipatai, if you watch Silipatai in the Muay Thai library, his knee is actually a kick, but with his leg bent. This isn't quite like that, but it's similar enough to it that it makes me
Right in
think
the
of
back,
it.
Sylvie.
So it's the
on.
same way that you throw your hip
Yeah,
on a
but you
kick.
gotta see it on the
That's why
camera.
there's a turn on it, but it's a knee, so it just kind of goes through the target. His knees are beautiful.
ใกล้
Gagai means close, like stay close for these knees.
ยกขึ้นไปอย่างนี้
Yok means to like raise, to like lift up.
ของเราแทงแบบนี้แต่ของอาจารย์แทงนี้ปุ๊บ
So he's like, there are different knees. There's up and in, which is this like stabbing one. But his is this like pendulous
อ่า
swing up. It's like a rocket launching off the ground. People might be able to like handle being kicked in the head.
ทุกอย่างเป็นแบบรำฐานใช่ไหมทุกอย่างรำฐาน
So I'm like, everything you do is just to annoy the opponent, to like put them in a position that you can kick their head. I know he's trying to kick my head, and I'm totally just like, I just protect the head. Glove Cow is like, go after him, go forward. And I'm like, you are crazy, sir. Look how much fun John Patong's having. He's like, I get to hit people. See how still he is. See how like relaxed he is. He let me take he gave a leg kick, he let himself take it, and then his counter was just my head over the top. See how my hands come down on anything I do just out of habit? He sees that. Gold Cow's trying to get me to be a little bit more aggressive, and I'm like, I'm actually terrified. But see how I